Night Chief right here on Native Radio. My name is Ake, and just like you know, we always have special people in the building for this beautiful interview tonight. I've got a superstar, someone I like so much. We've gone, back and forth through a lot. He's one of the biggest entertainers in the, entertainment industry in Cardiff. He's done this for over half a decade or even more. Lots of parties. If you're in Cardiff and you've not attended any of his parties, and you should be, sending emails and asking for forgiveness, because that's not the right way to go. I'm talking about Osama, OSAS, aka the big man from OTID. Our turn up is different entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. How you feeling, superstar?
I'm not a superstar, bro.
You're not a superstar?
No, I'm Osama.
You want to start this interview like this?
Yeah.
You're not a superstar. What makes you feel you're not a superstar?
I'm not a star. I'm not an artist. I'm not.
But the work you've done so far, puts you on that
business.
That map.
Businessman.
Amazing. Let's talk about your company for a while. How did you guys start? You guys have been doing parties for, half a decade now or more?
Yeah, about 4 years officially, or 3. Because if you count the uni times, then yeah, say 4 years.
Of course, you want to count the time, but is not part of it.
It started in uni now, real life. So I went to the uni club, right? They used to call it Eclipse.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, yeah, we're going Eclipse. So I went there, and the music was just D&B. Uns. And now, the black guys didn't care. Why? Because if you dance with these chunks, the white girls, and they're doing their uns, you get to go home with them.
Yeah.
So nobody cared to ever say, can we change the music? Can we diversify? So the very first time I did, they looked at me like I was crazy. Like, your system is working, you don't have to break it.
Yeah.
So I remember writing emails to the student union, like, I want to diversify the music and nobody ever replied to me. So I spoke to my dad about it, like, I want to do something. Like, is there like an association that you can speak to? I'm like, nah, there's none. So then I decided to go through another route and tell them I want to do an African Caribbean Society thing. Okay. And we found out there's one that was registered one time by some lady called Oprah. Yeah. But we're not doing anything.
Oh.
So we registered it again. And then we took it to the SU and they were like, yeah, this happened like 16 years ago.
Wow.
I'm like, what? So obviously my friends now had to become like the first members of the African Caribbean Society, and we registered the first ever. Okay. And we decided to do the first ever Afrobeat event. Now the beautiful thing is the SU is telling us we are not funding this. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, we'll go use our own money right now. And she's like, why are you so passionate about doing it to the point where you use your own money and you won't make money back? The money goes back to the society. Yeah. I'm like, yes. Because the thing for me then was people that would come after me would enjoy that diversity in music. Yeah. And whether we like it or not, everybody would know it started when somebody was just tired of listening to the same thing in the SU. Yeah. So it was a bit of a struggle, but that was like my guy's introduction into event promotion. Not my not me, because I interned with SciTech when I was 16. Okay. So SciTech, by the way, is a production company in Nigeria. They do all the productions for like Burna Boy, Weezy. Yeah. So I knew about this. It was a struggle. There's a guy called Asha. So he was like, you guys would do like 200 tickets max. You were there now. Ake was on the team. He was my hype man. And we did like 600 people, and it was crazy. And the uni realized, there's a market for this that we've been sleeping on. Yeah. So they made us do 3 more. And when I left, the president that entered after me, Danny, who is currently a part of OTID, he told me, have you seen the bill? There's an Afrobeat event in USW. I'm like, yeah, are you not the one doing it? They're like, no, it's just cool. Wow. I felt proud like a motherfucker, bro, because prior to when I came, he told me don't do it, and I've left, and now the unit themselves do it.
That's amazing.
It's impact.
That's amazing. Yeah. The impact you've had in the university. Let's start from the diversity in music, because diversity comes in different ways, music, culture, whatever. Yeah. Is that the line you want to, is that the message you're trying to pass to preach diversity in music and with anything you're doing, through the style of your parties, through the kind of music you play? How much of an impact is this having already, and how much more do you want?
this diversity word, I have a problem with it. Why? When we talk about diversity, people think it's bringing unqualified minority groups into the conversation just because they have to be there. So it's a situation where I'm like, I want to see this person in the room not because they're qualified, but because they're black. Now, OTID, our turn up is different, and we understand that not because I'm black, but because I do it well.
Okay.
So if I come into conversations and I tell you I want to do this with you, do not smile at me and be nice to me because I'm a young black guy doing something.
Yeah.
Understand that I do it to the best standard.
Yeah.
That's why you want to work with me.
Yeah.
So even when we meet the venues and we tell them, I want to host an event here, they give me that date I want. They gave me Halloween. That's big because Halloween is not an Afrobeat thing. It's not a black man thing. They gave it to me. New Year, every year in Revs, they give it to me, not because I'm black, because I'm a promoter that does my business well.
Okay.
So diversity is good, but I'm not going to say, oh, because you're black, take this. No, let me merit it. You know. So that's the same thing we've been preaching. Like next year, I want to do a festival called Urban Creatives Festival. And the idea is to platform underrepresented forms of art. Spoken word, poetry, sculpting, graffiti, speed painting, right? And everybody should have a voice. That's inclusivity, right? But I will still go for the best in that league. Yeah. I won't put you on the stage just because. Yeah, so like that's the angle we've been coming with.
So what's the passion behind this? Why are you doing all of this? Is there something special you want to achieve?
I blame my dad. Yeah, do you know why? I blame my dad. Because when I was really young, he used to send me to the printing mill to print school books for my mom, right? So at the age of 14, I already knew what type of paper is for what, how to negotiate with these printers. You know, our God will be so, I will pay 300, I pay 400. You know, I knew all about that. The designer I use today, he's been with me since I was, I think, 14. Okay. Shout out to Abby. So I used to go for the church, sit down with him and design flyers and print it and promote it. So it started like that now. And as then, I didn't know I was getting experience about real life marketing and stuff. Yeah. Tosin Akimbo, the guy who promotes for Oxlade now. Yeah. It was the first person to put me on game with digital and marketing. So I used to learn from him then, sit down, paid ads, target this, do that. Yeah. But as then, you don't know that you're learning real life skills. For me, I was just enjoying it. And you're working with SciTech, you're going behind the stage with all these big artists. I'm just happy to be there, bro. Like, I'm 17, I'm seeing Tiwa Savage. I'm like, it's crazy. But then you come down and you realize that all these skills are sort of shaped who you are. Yeah. So the passion for me is marketing really and doing it well.
That's really amazing. Sometimes when you have these dreams and passion and you want to put them together and you know create something massive for your team, for your community and all of that, it needs a huge sum of input. Money, passion, strength, everything. How do you feel when you put in all of those stuff and you don't get the outcome you desire? Not to the public, but to yourself. Maybe benefits and all of that.
I feel devastated now, facts. Fumi and I spoke about this, and it's like, if it does something, it doesn't go well, it just feels like, charge it to the game. I'm like, bro, no. When I do something, I put my passion, my heart, my talent, my soul into that thing. When I do events, I don't smile. Events is a business for me, bro. It's not a gimmick. So I hate when people come to meet me and they're like, OTID doesn't collaborate with other Afrobeat promoters. Yes, because you guys treat this thing like cruise. To you, it's a joke. To you, it's just, we don't get money. Maybe we come here, come spend. This thing for me is my job, is my life. Yeah. If I don't sell tickets, I don't eat. So why would I treat my business the same way you treat your this in business? So if I'm on the street carrying Ghana must go around 3 and putting posters around Cardiff, you think it's a joke? Yeah. So I treat it like passion, and if it doesn't go as planned, I'm hurt, bro. Because I put my time and money.
So how do you handle the hurt? How do you handle it?
I'm hurt. No, I don't handle it well. I drink.
You spoke about collaboration, which is one of the most important things, and one of the things we want to talk about in the interview. Collaboration, I feel like, is very important, and if you have the right collaboration, you spend less. The right collaboration, obviously, you spend less. How has it been for you in Cardiff, and what's the positive side of it?
Bro, shout out Taye, man, class. Before I met Taye, which was February this year, I didn't think I was going to collaborate with anybody. Like, I didn't think I was going to do something like with anyone, because first thing for me, the vision must align. Yeah. Anybody can have bag. Anybody can have money. But vision, priorities, where are you going to? How do you see things? If that aligns, then let's work together. And for me, with Clark, with what he has done, it's crazy. And for you guys, Native Radio, and obviously I'm not saying this because I'm on Native Radio.
Okay.
I told you the first time I walked into the studio, and what I said was, you're doing this well. I would not be here if you were just my guy doing Native Radio. I'm here because Native Radio has a good platform. You guys do quality stuff. You get me? So
appreciate you.
If I'm going to collaborate with anybody or go hop on anything, I want to make sure, that stuff is nice, it's solid, which is... Over time, I think the word just spread, because look at what we did for Ice Prince, brother.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. I was on my own. I got a call. Media and PR. I'm not the biggest guy in the UK now. I'm just in Cardiff, bro.
Yeah.
And that means somebody somewhere said, I trust those guys. Same thing happened with Kojo Funds, Young Bain, Zaza, Burna Boy's DJ. At Day House again, I got a call from Shoka, real urban music. He said, you were recommended by Andy. So I think all the times this has happened, people actually just call me and they're like, oh, somebody recommended you. See Flexit, bro.
Yeah.
Flexit is a 650K startup funded by Innovate UK. The founder of Flexit is the founder of NairaBox.
Mm-hmm.
That guy knows class, he knows quality, the guy is rich.
Okay.
So why me?
Okay.
Like, why OTID? There are bigger names in Birmingham. Well, I think over time when you walk, I smile outside. If you walk, I just know my guy, I can't work with you on certain things because now you go just fight. Because it's a name I have to protect now. OTID is a brand name. I know they do fraud, bro.
Yeah.
OTID for me is everything. It's a business that must work.
Yeah.
So people know about the standard, they know about it, and I collaborate with brands that I feel are in line with the vision.
Okay.
That can take me from point A to point B.
Have you ever been in situations where you've regretted collaboration?
100% now. 100%. And sometimes it's not because anybody fucked up or this person fucked up. Sometimes it's just that you're not... See, I will try to do things that if you don't understand, you would think I have an ulterior motive. Right? I worked with a brand recently and it's a big thing for me now because I don't like saying the outside, but I worked with a brand recently or like some group of people. And
Come close to the mic.
It went well, right? But there were like arguments along the line. And it was from really basic stuff. Like, I'm helping you market, but I'm marketing through my platform because you are just launching out in the city and I thought I had a bigger reach.
Yeah.
But apparently that's not what they wanted. And when we resolved it, I switched to your own platform and stuff. It was a bit more crazy than this, but I'm just trying to water it down. By the end of the day, I realized, okay, I've learned a lesson because moving forward, I will know how to question the clients well, you know, to know what you want. Because sometimes what's really best for them is not what they want. Their motivation could be different. Yeah. There are people that do things and their whole point is just make everybody know saying that me, they run them. Other people do it and they just want you to do it well. So now I've started to learn that in as much as you want to do a good job, the client will not even want that. Yeah. You may want something else. So I regret working with people. But for me, I won't say regret. It's a lesson. It's a lesson learned. Yeah, it's all part of the journey now. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. We're trying to preach diversity. We're trying to preach collaboration. It's cool. Yeah. We're trying to feed diversity and collaboration right here in Cardiff and try it as much as possible for entrepreneurs and young people like you to come together and collaborate and make things easy for themselves, because some of us, we don't have any other jobs. This is our life. Just like you said, this is what feeds you. This is what puts food on the table for you. In a case where you're given the opportunity to collaborate with people, how do you protect yourself? This is for people that want to get into the entertainment industry, people that want to do the kind of things you do. How do you protect yourself? How do you not fall victim? Because you learned from lessons from the past and from lessons from people's experiences as well. See, how do you protect yourself with that? First thing first is your motive. Why are you entering this collaboration? I've done so many things that I know beforehand I will lose money. I'm fully aware. I'm not in this to make money. I'm in this to learn one or two things. 100%. Like, with Ice Prince, I spent some money trying to book him to, it didn't work that way. The agents that we worked with said she put the money towards his visa. I'm like, that is fine. I'm okay to lose like a couple of £1,000, but I would learn the experience about working with an artist. You know, now if you're a young guy going into and everything about is money, you'll be angry.
Yeah.
But you don't realize that you can leverage on that collaboration to do something else.
Exactly.
You know, so it's understanding what you want to get out of it. Me, I'm always open to work for free. My guys don't like
Are you sure, my G?
Always open to work for free. Why? Because there's a way I would turn that free work and brand it and package it and put it out there. Somebody else will look at it and say, I'll pay you for this.
Yeah.
It's
like promoting yourself by doing something.
When we were doing those stuff in the uni then,
we're spending money.
Club, the biggest club in the valley.
As a matter of fact, you still owe me about £200 from those events.
I did with you 100. Mark reached out to us then and said we should come and do R&B Wednesdays in Club Ice. That was 3 years ago. You know something funny? I'm doing Afrobeat in the valleys, right?
Yeah.
29th of this month with DJ Timmy.
Okay.
All I had to do was pick up the phone and tell Mark, I want these dates. December, Christmas time.
Are you serious?
Christmas time when all the clubs know that it will sell out, and he gave me a date. So understand why it's not about money sometimes now. I just want to make that connection. Just want you to know, okay, this is what I do. I do it well.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So now, is there anything you want to, try to make the public know? I know there's so many things you want to talk about, but obviously we want to preach what we want to preach, which is diversity and collaboration. There's so many things that are painful. There's so many things that would hurt you in business and stuff like that. As an entrepreneur, as a young entrepreneur in business, where do you see yourself in the next couple years? What do you want to achieve?
I don't do that seeing yourself, man. I don't do it. Did I ever know? Did I see myself here last year?
Having an interview with us.
Bro, as last year I had real life issues, brother. Shame no day, I was homeless, bro. I was staying with Sammy. I was trying to sort out my visa, bro. It's real life now, except all of us won't come here, they lie now.
No.
Social media is the highlight reel of everybody's life. Online, everybody's living a perfect life. But real life, I was facing issues while I was trained, did all those events. Yet you come on the door and I'm junky, I'm smiling. Everybody looks at Osama, I don't get problem.
Yeah.
If a young entrepreneur, if you live 9 to 5 and think this is the easy route, you are mad. You better day your 9 to 5. If you don't have the house for this thing, you faint. Real life now, family issues still there.
Yeah.
All of it.
What's your family's reaction to what you're focusing on this and not doing it 9 to 5?
He's not so. He has always known. When Ebola outbreak happened, right, in secondary school, I went to do hand sanitizer. Who thinks of that? That's a very dubious thing. And I was telling it to my school guys then. So he has always known that this guy is like this. I used to do stupid things as a child that would make the guy realize this one is on this route. So he's not surprised. He knows me 100%, He's my guy. But I don't have any motivation of any entrepreneur. Anytime you see Shaggy, bro. Who has motivation for you? I'm not motivating anybody, bro. Come inside. Yes, now, because they'll be like, OTI, those guys, it's not just to carry poster and then Bugattis. Come and do it. When you drop loss 1, 2, 3, you will run away, bro.
So no motivation for them. No
motivation, bro.
Just enter the system and feel yourself. Thank you so much.
Real life, right?
Yeah.
I met Von Getting earlier this year, former Prime Minister of Wales, and Miss Uzo.
Yeah.
If she sees this, mommy, sorry, Professor Uzo, it will be CBE. I said it right because she changed that for me. And I told them I wanted to start something called the Afro Wales Leadership Summit. Right? Because that's where my heart is. I'm not a creative.
Yeah.
I always say to my guys, I don't do pop-ups or stuff. I'm a businessman. When people see me with OTID, everybody has a role. Nobody really knows what I do in OTID. Funny enough, I just realized a lot of people don't even know what I do.
Yeah.
So I started the Afro Leadership Summit. Von Getting told me next year I should buzz him. He will come. That's big for me. I appreciate it. Shout out to Von.
I mean, this is going out. So you're not one of those people that people should make promises to, because he will tell everyone.
Yes.
And if you don't come, he's on you.
Yes. So see, one thing I've noticed about people like that.
Yeah.
when they give me their word, I go public.
Yeah.
Why? Because their word is more important than anything.
Yes.
So he has promised me he will be there. Vaughn, I don't tell the world. Now he knows he has to be there.
Yeah.
Simple analogy. And the point is now, that seminar is not for Cardiff creatives. It's not for if people that want to come into this business line, treat their work as a business, understand the craft. You want to lead people. You want to know how to monetize yourself, how to brand yourself. That's what the seminar is about, right? And it's linked to the urban creatives first because this issue of funding in Wales. If I enter that, if I touch that power with this microphone, we bust. But I will get there about how I feel about funding and for certain things. But let's leave it. The Urban Creative Festival, we want to do an exchange program where we take the creatives now, the artists, to people that have done the business of their art. Now, I see a lot of musicians that are really talented, they are really good, but they have no idea about the music business.
Yeah.
That's where I want to come in. I can't help you in the club. I'm not a cool guy. I don't really know much about that lifestyle. But when it comes to like the behind the scenes, I know 18 or 2. I know 1 or 2 people that I could call to make things happen. So yeah, that would be my own line, you know. But yeah,
amazing. Great. Thank you so much for being on the radio with us, Osama. And I just wanted to say you're doing great. You're doing amazing, and you should keep up the good stuff. What should we be expecting from OTID in the next month or years? Are you doing more shows, more events? What should we be looking out for?
So now we've diversified to OTID agency.
Okay.
OTID Entertainment will be handled primarily by Sammy and Olu and the other guys who really know much about the entertainment space. For me, I'll be drifting towards the agency, which is all about like marketing.
Okay.
Digital marketing, omnichannel marketing, creative agencies, helping people brand the stuff and all of that. Next year, we'll launch properly. Right, and hopefully next year I should launch the festival as well. Urban Creatives Festival is a big thing for me.
Yeah.
It's like, that's my dream, that's my own thing. And I don't know if I want to say this though, but I'm trying to get in touch with certain bodies that fund artists to, it's part of what we want to do for Urban Creatives, to rethink what funding is.
Okay.
Funding is a double-edged sword, bro.
Okay.
It can either be a catalyst to boost the artist's career, or it can be a slow poison to make it docile.
Okay. Can you explain?
Yeah, I will explain.
Okay.
There are many artists in Wales that do not need funding. What they need is motivation and direction. Right? I want to take some of their big names to meet people like, we want to do an exchange program where people like Dave or H or those big rappers come to meet our guys. You will discover that they'll double their grind, not because they've been giving more money, but they've seen people that have done it and they're putting them through.
Yeah.
The creative space in Cardiff has to wake up. You have to grow. There's a certain level of hunger you need sometimes for your brain to actually function.
Yeah.
Real life. You know, I've been most innovative in my really low times.
Yeah.
And I feel like the funding pots and what it does to the creatives here is really good. It gives them an opportunity to platform themselves and do more. But it shouldn't, the criteria should be more about this person already has everything. You have the drive, you have the direction, you know what you want. All that is literally missing is money. Money should not be the first thought.
Yeah.
Because sometimes what you just need is direction, a plan, you know, somebody to this and guide you. So Urban Creative Festival for me is more than a festival. We're going to have like a whole ass academy where we train people, not giving you money.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need your head right. This is how you should look at this thing. So
yeah. And sometimes too, you just need food as well, just to eat.
Sometimes you brother just try. Facts. Sometimes just try.
To be honest.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that's it for me. That's it for me.
All right, man. Thank you so much for being on the radio. Thank you so much for, honoring our invite. And we look forward
Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to
more of this.
Everybody.
All right, then. Cheers. Bless up.